Alright. You can stay there and then listen to us, man. Shalom, shalom, Israel. Shalom to Israel. Alright. Once again, we're out here, you know, in the street, okay, teaching the word, man. And we're living a very exciting time, right? But before we start, we're going to turn to the east. And then we're going to give our praises. Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Wahar, Wahar, Badash. All right. Double honor to the apostle of GMS, all right? And then peace and salutation to the brothers who are teaching the truth all around the globe, okay, who are in the law, like we do right now, to the best of our abilities. Shalom I have to the brothers, okay, and the sisters who are awaiting the return of our Savior, our Lord and Savior, Yahushua Mashiach, okay? Now, as you know, right now, we should be, you know, celebrating the fact that, you know, although Kanye West, like my brother was telling me earlier, before we started, although he could be a double agent, all right? But at the end of the day, even if he's a double agent, Yahweh uses Satan and uses us and uses the angel. So he's the master of everything that's happening right now. Now, the thing that you should learn and you should take from that is the fact that through that guy, the truth is no longer in the street, but it's in them corporate area, in the media, it's everywhere, to the point where, you know, the so-called Jew or the Jews, okay, who are actually the Amalekites, according to the Bible. That's what we're going to go through today. We're going to talk about the Amalekites. Who are those people who are shaking in the boots because a black man, a rich black man, told them that he's Black Adam, man. That's the sign right there. I need to watch this one tonight. Yeah. Because Black Adam, if you think about it, and you know, isn't it funny how, you know, all these movies and that situation, you know, come at the same time? All that is God, is Yahweh's doing. God doing. Why? Because this is our time now. Because if you look at the Exodus in the Bible, yeah, this is how it happened. You had Moses that were found in, you know, a lake or whatever, in a casket, in a basket, and the daughter of the Pharaoh took him, brought him in the yard, in the palace, and that Pharaoh at that time took him on as his son. So think about it. Close your eyes and think about it. Moses was a rich boy. Although he was a Hebrew, he was a rich boy. He was considered as the son of Pharaoh. As a prince. They had that cartoon, The Prince of Egypt, that was about Moses. He went to the high school. He had all the riches, all the privilege. He was a top boy at that time in Egypt. But what happened? As he started to grow when he was 14, he started to realize that his people were the ones suffering, because at that time, just like today, the Hebrew were the one with the slave. They were the one building the pyramid. They were the one getting killed. And the reason why Moses was left by his mom in the basket is because at that time, Pharaoh conspired with the midwife and said that when this Hebrew woman give birth, if it's a boy, kill him.
Yeah, the Egyptians did say that.
The Egyptians did say, we ain't gonna go into it, but it's biblical. Okay? So what happened is that because of that, the mom was scared, so she left him. But all of that was what? The plan of the Messiah, the plan of Yahweh. You understand that? So now that boy, he grew, he became a man. And
he became a king?
He wasn't a king, but obviously he was going to be a king since he was a prince, right? But instead of following that destiny, the Messiah had him growing up understanding that he's a Hebrew. And then he could now, you know how sometimes you go, I'll say so-called black men, they have money, they grew up in in white neighborhood. They went to private school and that, and they make money with these white people. And they will look at you from the ghetto, and they won't relate with you.
Yeah, they
won't relate to you.
Downgrade their own.
They will look at you. They will look down on you, right? But instead of that, Moses looked at his people suffering, the Hebrew being enslaved, and he said, "No, man, I can't take this anymore." To the point where one day he sees, an Egyptian beating up an Israelite for no reason, a Hebrew for no reason, and he got pissed off. He went and killed that Egyptian, and he ran away. He left everything. Imagine that. He fled. He fled Egypt, and he went and he
Because
stayed
he
there.
denied God. He denied love. He denied the love of God.
Who?
That Hebrew man. He denied God
The one
so
that got
much.
killed?
Yeah, the one who wanted to crucify God. Right? What, whip him?
No, that's not what we're talking about.
Moses.
Moses, yeah? Yeah. I'm telling you, I heard you saying, right? The man what chased him down the sea, where the sea opened up.
No. That's after. We're talking about before. Before we get to that point, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Okay? So basically, he was living in Pharaoh's house as a Hebrew. The Pharaoh, the Egyptian, right? So he grew up in that house, but the Pharaoh took him as a son. Though he was living with the Egyptian, he had his people. He was living in good condition, but his people weren't living in good condition. So as he grew, he started to have that sentiment, that feeling that he wasn't in the right place, because why would I live with these Hamite, these Egyptians, in good condition, but my people are suffering?
But he didn't accept his spirit. He didn't accept his religion.
No, that's not what he's talking about. But just listen, right? For the sake of that, and then you will get it. So now, if you compare it,
He's saying, I'm living like this, but my people.
right? So he's killing the
And he's
Egyptian
not
now.
happy because he wants his people to be living the same way he's living.
Right, he had that conscience where he's like, no, I'm not having this, man. I'm gonna have to save my people,
He
man.
didn't know his people.
So let's keep this, sir.
When he realized the
Right,
word
so
people,
can I ask you something? So,
he had love
so
for them,
who
he
is
kept
wrong? Who is wrong? Who's wrong? Who's wrong? Who's wrong?
There's no right and wrong. I'm going toward the narrative.
Yeah, so-
I'm explaining something.
Yeah. So you're trying to justify humanity.
I'm not trying to justify anything. That's why I told you in my life. I'm a very spiritual, bro. Like
reading
I
from the
know what's going
From the
on.
Bible, the KJV, King James Bible, and predicting what,
I know what's going on.
he's
but
basically
again,
breaking down what's going on in the world right now, Stephen, yeah, and putting it back to the Bible,
You might have someone come like,
and saying who we are as a people, as a nation. It's not a colour thing.
So can I ask you, alright, so if it's not a colour thing, so what are you trying to justify here?
Yeah, I'm not trying to justify anything. I'm going somewhere. I'm making a lesson about something that's currently happening, and I'm going to pass reference to explain the similarity of the situation we are in today.
consider this
So
as the
who is
introduction.
wrong and right?
There's no wrong and right.
No,
So
right
what are
now.
you trying to justify?
Nothing. I'm trying to explain something that you understand. To stick around. Okay? So I was saying that if you take the situation with Moses, right? It's the same thing going on right now. But in this captivity, you got now Kanye, and let me be clear.
I'm a Christian.
Right, don't worry. Let me be clear. I'm not saying that Kanye is Moses. Let's be clear, I'm just explaining something, right? So you got Kanye in this captivity that is the richest black man since Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa was a Malian guy that was very rich. He was like worth trillions. Okay?
You'd be the richest man ever to walk this earth.
Of course he's richer than this.
No, damn God.
He's richer than my brother. Yeah, but he's 11, 12 billion. Yeah, so, you know, he's the rich black man right now. The richer black man right now. And despite his riches, he goes and he leaves the fact that he could lose all this contract, which is losing right now. All these big corporations are turning their back away from him. Why? Because he say that we are the 12th tribe of Israel. We are the real Israel. We are the blood of Yahushua.
So who are we talking about? Black people?
Yes.
There's no such thing as a black man,
Like
black
he's
woman.
saying it because
And white
it's a
people.
reference.
So you're targeting black people. You're talking about black people.
I'm talking about the Hispanic and the black people. So basically,
Everyone that
Native
goes back
American and the black people, because they'll go back
to the Sahara slave trade, the Atlantic
So
slave
how
trade.
do you feel about Farrakhan? I like Farrakhan.
Farrakhan, I would say, all these people,
Because he's
they're
very...
Asian because he
Farrakhan's an Asian.
Farrakhan is an agent because
Farrakhan,
think
he
about
got
it.
paid out.
You gotta understand.
Kanye's 400 million. You know, they stripped him from obviously his ties.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, but he's working with black people because he don't like how white people chatting about black people. Farrakhan. Come on.
But I say in America.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a preacher. Yeah.
Farrakhan's getting paid.
Farrakhan.
Yeah, but let's not
Farrakhan.
get carried away. So, like I say, Farrakhan is an agent. Why do I say
So
that?
I like him though.
No, but you ask me a question, let me answer. Yeah? So Farrakhan is, agent. The reason I say that because Malcolm X got killed because he was for real, and Martin Luther King got killed because although he started off as an agent, he started to realize who he was. And think about it, Malcolm X was killed by who? The Nation of Islam. And who is the head of the Nation of Islam today? Farrakhan. And that was like even a documentary on Netflix that showed that the guy that killed him was from the Nation of Islam. So it was an inside job backed up by the CIA. Okay? Now, when he realized that he was an Israelite and he went against the Nation of Islam, he got killed. When Martin Luther King realized, that's why he said, I've seen the promised land. I've been in the mountain top and I've seen the promised land. He was talking about him realizing who he was, which is an Israelite. And I'm talking about Martin Luther King. He's talking about Farrakhan. So he got killed once he got into the truth and understanding that he's an Israelite. He got killed, right? So you have to ask yourself this question: why is Farrakhan still alive? And also, there are proof that Farrakhan is a Freemason. It's not even he wore the Freemason attire. Okay? So we're not making this up. These people are double agents. Now, when you look at this situation and you now compare it to Kanye West is actually losing a lot of contract and deal because he says that. So he might not be a double agent. He could just be the father. The Most High uses everyone, and in that play, in that script, it is reason that I'm going to use the black man that is on top to blow the people who are claiming to be Israelite. And who are those people who are claiming to be Israelite? That's what we're going to talk about today. But there is a people who is claiming they stole our nationality, they stole our heritage, they stole our identity, and they even stole our lands.
Yeah, but now we've got a Asian Prime Minister.
No, but that has nothing to do with it. Politics.
But they ain't no.
Politics, it just
It
has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Right.
Politics is just a role and play. It's just a illusion, it's just a play. Just theater, just distraction. We're talking about real business. We're talking about real stuff. Okay? Prime Minister, he's a puppet that is being used
come and go.
by the elite. Okay?
They come and go.
As you can see, before that, there was at least trees or whatever. Then
Yeah,
she's
come and go.
Okay, so let's talk about now. Go to Revelation 2 and 9. We're going to start with that. We're going to start with that everyone, and then we're going to develop. Because now that we are awake, we need to know who the real enemy are, and we understand why they are talking about anti-Semitism. We're not anti-Semitic because we ourselves, we are Shem.
Right, can I say the reason why we're clashing, right? Because we are got spiritual love for certain gods, yeah? Right? that's why we're clashing, because we're not getting on with each other. Because we believe in certain.
No, the reason why we don't get along with each other is because we lost our identity. And we went to slavery. When you go to slavery, it means that you're stripped of your sovereignty, your heritage, your identity, your nationality. Therefore, you don't know who you are. Now, who we are is
We're manipulated.
right.
That's what you're trying to
We're
say.
manipulated. And when you're manipulated, when you don't have your own mind, when you go to school, in this society, when you go to uni, what happened? I'm not talking about you. But all
Yeah,
these
they're
these
trying to
are the
dictate
two. But the Bible
you
says
how
that
to
you
live
do the
in this
system.
country.
These are the two.
They're
I'm talking
trying
about
to break you down.
when you go to uni, the white man telling you, the Edomite telling you, before I give you that job, before I give you open the door, I want to make sure that you have my psychology.
Cool. There you
So
go.
if you have my psychology, then I can manipulate you anytime. If you learn what I learned, if you learn how I operate, then it's easy for me to manipulate you and to control you. That's what education is. All right?
To be employees.
Teach you to be an employee, teach you to be a slave, a
Work
perpetual
for
slave.
someone else.
And in slavery, what they did is that they taught us through, I forgot the name of that guy. They taught us to, it's a guy that wrote a book. I completely forgot. I'm so good. Willie Lynch.
Willie Lynch letter.
That Willie Lynch letter played a very big role because they used that to make us go against
Divide,
each other.
use religion to break us down to once
Divide
again,
and conquer.
based on white supremacy and white
war,
privilege.
yeah.
Basically, program the light skinned people to think they're better than the dark, and the dark skin to say that they're nothing.
Right. So that's what we're talking about here. You understand what I'm saying? So we are a prisoner of war.
Up till this day, we're still in captivity.
We are in captivity mentally, even physically,
And
because you go
physically.
to work, you pay tax, you don't belong to yourself. You're not sovereign. You're not yourself. You're colonized by the Edomite, by the Roman. But that's what we're talking about. Now that, the Most High uses, whether it's a double agent or not, the Most High uses him to now expose the people who claim to be us the whole time. We're not reading a lot of scripture. We have to read scripture now.
I'm ready.
I spoke a lot. Bring
No, I
that.
love
You
it,
ready?
man.
Yeah.
Verse
Revelation
9.
2 and 9.
This is
Yeah.
Revelations, chapter 2, verse 9.
Bring that out.
I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Right. Is that King James?
Yeah.
Right. So read that.
I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. I know this blasphemy of them that say they are Jews, but are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Right.
Do not fear none of these things.
So Malak,
But-
Malak. When someone read that, read.
Yeah,
If you
sorry.
read to read. You have to read all that. So yeah, read it again, Malak. I want you to go to. Let me see.
This is Revelations, chapter 2, verse 9.
Right.
I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, and are not, but
that?
are of the synagogue, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Right. You see that? So these people, they claim to be Jews, but they're actually the synagogue of Satan.
You know that when they go into their life, they're not a Jewish chapel. That's probably the synagogue of Satan.
And the reason why I say they are the synagogue of Satan, because as you go through the lesson, you will understand what they do. They are the bankers.
Oh yeah, they do that.
They've got the media.
blood.
They've got the music.
The sports.
There's this guy. This guy wrote. This guy is one of them. He wrote this. His name is Wallace. His name is Wallace Rosenthal. Harold Wallace Rosenthal. He said this about him. He said most Jews, which is like the Jewish people, and the term Jewish mean they wish they were Jew. It's ish. When you say, oh, what do you want to come and see? You tell me, come 5-ish. It's not 5 on the dot. 5-ish. You know what I'm saying? It's not reading. It's not 5. It's 5-ish. It's the same thing. Jew-ish. And they call themselves Israelites because I say Israelites. But the reason why they got the truth, because they got these things, they made themselves us, because first we went against the Most High. We went against the Most High, so it actually is a punishment, but it's a good thing because now the fact that the world know
Light is being shown on who the wicked are.
right, that means what? The reign is about to be over soon.
Yeah.
And now reign is about to start. Right? So the guy says most Jews, which are Jewish, most Jews do not like to admit it, but how God is Lucifer and we are his chosen people.
Swear down.
Hold
Yes.
on, repeat that again. God is no.
So the guy said his name is Harold Wallace.
Only a child of
Rosenfeld.
Satan would say that.
Yeah? He said that about them.
Right.
Because he's a Jew as well. He's a Jew.
Wasn't.
Yeah, that guy, Harold Rosenfeld. Well, that's Jewish guy. A Jewish guy. He said most Jews do not like to admit it, but our God is Lucifer, and we are his chosen people. And he's not lying, because when you look at the whole history, Esau, because the Jews, the Edomites, if you go back into history, they're known as the Edomite, the Idumean. Harold, that guy, is he Harold? Yeah, Harold, which was a king during the Roman, when Yahushua was around. This guy is known as an Idumean, and Idumean is a Greek term for Edomite. And we all know that the Edomite are the Caucasian are the so-called white man. And these people, when you look at history, they brought nothing but death. They went to Africa, they destroyed us. They took some of our people, they brought them to the Caribbean and to America. They went to America, they destroyed the Native American, which are our people.
Gadites.
The Gadites, the Reubenites, okay? All of them, they killed them. Murder and killed them. And they went to India, they did the same thing. And up to this day, we are being colonized. If you go to Congo, Congo is one of the richest land on earth with all the minerals and the natural resources, but they're putting our own people, they're giving money, they control them, they brainwash them to kill their own people. Why? Because as long as they do that, they're in power. And that's the reason why they are against their brother Ye, because Ye now is telling the world how they destroy. They're the one that will say, when the rapper go to the label, they will listen to his music. If he's too conscious, if he speak to his people, he ain't getting the bag. He ain't getting the bag, man. Okay?
Pat didn't do it though.
Huh?
Pat didn't do it.
No. But Pat is an exception.
Yeah.
Look at this new generation.
Yeah.
Killing my people. No. It's about killing your own people, bro. Killing your own people, you steal your own people, they'll give you the bag. Who's behind the labels? The Amalekites.
Yeah, I know. We've got Dame Dash and also got Rockefeller.
But they're not controlling nothing, man. They get it back from the Jewish people.
Yeah.
They're the one that own the media. When the guy, we're gonna read precept though, because I can't be talking. Like you know that guy, and when Kanye went to Drink Champs, what happened? The brother, which is Noriega, which is the rapper, what happened? He came the next day and apologized, for allowing Kanye to speak. And after that, they took down. He apologized to people because the Jewish people who allow him to be
Noriega.
Noriega.
Yeah.
Because he has a platform called Drink Champ. And that's where the people, and that's where Kanye went to do the interview. In that interview, he exposed Amalek. Amalek, yes.
Yeah.
It's like a TV show, like a podcast on his TV.
Yeah.
Yes. So after that, Noriega went now and apologized for allowing Kanye West. Yeah. Because if he doesn't do that, they're going to cut him off.
Yeah.
So they were proving Kanye point. But Ye was telling them, if you don't speak their language, they will destroy you. And that's the truth. The reason why they killed Pac is because Pac was supposed, and Biggie as well, Biggie and Pac were supposed to reunite reconcile, and now set up a distribution deal.
No, the rulers.
24 after that.
Imagine
Yes. 24 after 24 or 48 days after he was dead. No, and 6 months after that, Pac was dead. And Biggie was dead. The reason why Suge Knight is in the jail because of that as well, because he was part of the plan as well. Yeah. People want to demonize. I'm not saying that Suge is an all saint, but a lot of it comes from when you're a threat in this society. They're gonna come for you, man. And believe you me, they're gonna come for us. Because now that, you know, the whole world know that we are the Hebrew Israelite, who are in the street teaching for years that we, the so-called black and the so-called Hispanic people are the Hebrew Israelite. Us. So the same way the black balling, it's the same way they're gonna come for us, man. So who are those people that are coming for us? Let's go, man. Let's go and study it. Go to Malachi 4 and 10.
Malachi.
Yeah, just follow it. Just follow it. Malachi 4 and 10. Malachi 4 and 10 says. No, Micah 4 and 10. Malachi. You know? That's the truth that they don't want to hear about. The Most I made it in such a way where they're going to hear us, man. A lot of people will wake up. A lot of people will wake up, man. That's just how it is. People will wake up and you know who they are, and that will be the end of them.
Okay. This is Micah chapter 4,
Right.
verse 10.
Listen to this clearly.
Be
This
in
is what-
pain.
Hold on, this is what's about to take. Listen to it clearly, man. Go on.
This is Micah chapter 4, verse 10. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail.
What is a woman in travail? When the woman
Impregnant.
gives birth.
Give birth. Yeah.
There's pain that comes with it. When that comes with it. There's a pain that comes with it. That's fine. You don't have it. That's because what you do.
For the New Testament.
Yeah, click on pause. You read that again.
This is Micah chapter 4, verse 10.
Listen to that. This is what's going on right now, man. The pain that we are going through is for a reason. Like I said earlier, we went through our madness. We went against the Most High and everything, right? He's judging us now. He judged us, went to slavery, colonization, all the pain that we... But we are the end of it. Because what is happening, the fact that now there's so many, you know, let's talk about it. Who's a Jew, who's not a Jew in that? That's the beginning of something. We have to pay attention. Read it Micah 10, man. Read it before and 10. Read it slow and loud so we can understand what's going on, man.
This is Micah chapter 4, verse 10.
Bring that out.
Be in pain and labor to bring forth,
Right.
O daughter of Zion.
So who's the daughter of Zion? The Israelites. Men, women, children, the nation, the one that started in Jamaica, in the Caribbean, in America.
About a woman,
The one, no, the daughter of Zion means Israel. But when you read in the Bible, Israel, when you read the Bible, Israel is known as a woman.
Calm delicate woman.
You know what I'm saying? Come and a woman. So when he said daughter of Zion, it's like calling to the rich nation. It talks about us as a people. Because we married to the hour. You understand that? So we'll go read it.
Zion. Like a woman in travail.
You see that? Like a woman in travail. And when I say about a woman in travail, going to labor, she's about to birth something. But before she births the baby, there's pain. She's crying, she's in pain. That's what we're going through. We are witnessing, okay, the beginning of the birth, or the prelude of the birth of a nation. But there's pain. We're in travail right now. You have that baby, and then we're about to push it out, which is our nation, where we're going to rule. But before that, there's pain. And that's what we're going through. And we're going to go through Jacob travels too.
Food shortages, water shortages.
We're going to go about it. It's going to be hard. It's going to get hard. Before we get there, it's not going to be easy. Okay? Read it.
For now shall thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon.
Are we in Babylon right now? We are in Babylon,
There's
man.
confusion.
We're suffering. A lot of us suffer, and in order for you not to suffer, you have to sign your soul. You have to sell your soul to the devil, man. A lot of our people that make money, that if only you knew what they were doing, they do ritual, blood sacrifice, and everything to make money.
Yeah, but why do you need to sell yourself to the devil then?
But that's the illusion, because you suffer. If you suffer a lot, and someone come and say, "Yo,"
So you glutton to temptation then, isn't it?
yeah, that's what happened. Because when you're in poverty for so long, when you see your dad, your mom, your granddad, your grandma, your uncle, your brothers going through pain for so long, it kind of like gives you that I don't give a shit thing.
Yeah.
Say I'm gonna survive. I don't care, man. It doesn't matter how I get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm tired of this pain. I'm gonna do it. Therefore, you sell your soul
To the devil. I hear that one.
That's what I'm saying.
You glutton to the devil.
Right.
I hear that
You
one.
know.
True. It's true. So true. So weak.
Yeah.
We're so weak.
Right.
We are weak.
Because we don't have might. A slave don't have might.
We don't have the faith.
You know, because the faith was taken out of us. If you take your identity, if you don't know who you are, you're going to see the Jamaican, you're going to see the Ghanaian, Nigerian, but you don't know you're an Israelite. How do you have faith?
Sir, I got respect for you, sir. But like I say, there's a lot of people who don't follow no spiritual. They're glutton to the devil. They just work with the devil, thinking go with the devil, thinking life is all gravy, but it's not.
Right.
Because it's all destruction
That's
after.
right. At the end, destruction. Look at Kanye West. He went through them, make all the money and that. Now that he knows what it is, look what's happening to him. They're destroying him. Why? Because now he knows who he is. So it's not worth it going through. Kanye West is a prime example that it's not worth it to try to be like these people,
Sir,
man.
can I say something to you? It's because there's a lot of people in this country is not strong mentally not strong to serve. No. God.
But if certain Edomites go, let's say, if certain Edomites go through what we go through, they can't last. Not only just now, but for the past as well.
A lot of them
We
commit
move-
suicide.
Yeah, we've moved for a lot, bro.
Yeah, they can't.
Like, and I don't think other nations.
I know people jump off the beach.
No, but what I'm saying, I know people who, like, there's people who can't endure and handle what we've been through over the years. Can't take it. What are people that can endure it, stay strong, and keep on going?
Because you're not respecting the God that you love. You're
No,
not.
you're not getting what he's saying. He's
No,
saying that.
No, I hear what you're saying, but the thing is, right? Unless you respect the God, the follower who you love, right, and gain that relationship, and keep in contact, right?
Our strength is the most high.
Yeah, but some people slip. Some people kind of divide because they think, oh, I've been waiting for so long for this man to help me, and they're helping me, so I'm gonna slip.
Yeah, but that's faith, bro. You gotta have faith.
You know, some people give up though. Some people give up though.
It's true. Yeah, carry on. Let's
Let me finish it off though, bro.
Yeah, like,
There shall thou be delivered.
you see that? There that
From thy
shall be
enemies.
delivered, carry on.
There the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thine
You see
enemy.
that? There the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemy. And that's what's happening. An enemy. That's what's happening right now. People don't understand about how liberation is not far, you know.
Yeah, but then you got in the
It's not
Bible,
far.
they say love your enemies.
Love thyself, innit?
When they say love your enemy as you love yourself, who is he speaking to? It's about context. Who is he speaking to? Because the Bible is about who? It's about the Israelites. You know, it's a book about the Israelites. But when we went to slavery, other nations, especially the Edomite, took it and made it their own. And then now we call it the gospel of inclusion, when they say that everybody belongs to this book. No. No, they don't belong. Only us. The Bible belongs to us. The Bible, so when you say love the enemy, you're talking about if you got a neighbor and you have beef with him, you got to reconcile with him. Nowadays, you go and kill your enemy, you go and kill your other. But in the Bible time, when you go beef, you resolve it, right? You resolve it, and then you start to love your enemy.
Right, but then God tell you about forgiving.
No, but Malak, let me tell you something.
That's Christianity.
That's Christianity, because God, Yahweh, ain't gonna be forgiving those who. But if you read the Bible, you will understand that even the Third World War, even what's going on, is in direct relationship with what the
Yeah,
other
but
nation,
God is
hold
about-
on. Other nation, they to us.
Right, cool.
So God is not, he's forgiving us because we are his children, but he ain't gonna forgive the other nation who did us wrong.
Raping
Because
and
there's
killing
such
and
thing
pillaging.
as karma. You reap what you sow. It's not about forgiving. Okay? It's about reaping what you sow. I can forgive my brothers, but forgiving the other nation is over me. I can't manage that destiny. How I say that they're gonna go in slavery because we went to slavery, they're not gonna go to slavery, they're gonna go to slavery too. That's just how it is. You reap what you sow. That's just how it is. That's how God is, that's his nature. Alright? So now let's jump to to Zechariah 2 and 6. When I go to Zechariah 2 and 6. You're gonna read it, he's gonna follow it.
One second.
Yeah, we
please
take
bear
the
with
time.
me.
So that's what I'm saying, man. Okay? Deliverance. So we are, and very soon this other nation will see what's up, man. Very soon they will see what's up. But we are there speaking the truth. People taking us for joke. No. Very soon you're gonna see who we are, man.
Zechariah.
Yeah, you there? Yes.
2
and 6. What are you saying?
This is Zechariah chapter 2, verse 6.
Up.
Ho, ho, come forth.
See, ho, and I can know that. We are Israel because in our language, like, oh, that's us. That's us, man. Yeah.
It says up, flee from the land.
Yeah, but I want to explain it. Don't worry. Bring that out.
I'm fleeing from the land
Right.
of the north.
See, flee from the land of the north. Where were our people taken in slavery? America, Jamaica, all of that is
All of the
America.
Caribbean.
Okay?
Brazil.
So you say, oh, flee of the north. So that means the Most High has in plan to deliver our people. Even us that were from West Africa, because we went to colonization too. Oh yeah, I speak French. How do I get to speak French?
Colonizer.
Because I got colonized. He's a Nigerian.
I've
His parents
noticed a
speak
lot of
English.
Africans speak French.
Yeah, because we got colonized as well. There's a huge part of West Africa, all the way to Central Africa, that got colonized by the French people. See?
But
Yeah.
the French people was in slavery as well.
Huh?
They followed the British people did the slavery.
Of
as well.
course. The French, the Spanish, the Portuguese, the English people, even the German, and also the Dutch.
German,
the
yeah.
Dutch. They're the one that went to South Africa.
Saith the Lord,
Right.
for I have spread you abroad.
Yeah? See that? But I spread you abroad. So that's why you will see our people everywhere. You will see them even, there's a guy that's from Kenya. He travels a lot. He went to India. He found out that there's people there that were sent there a long time ago because in the cities. And then he went to Sri Lanka and he see some of our people as well. We are scattered all over the place, man. And the Most High is about to do something major. For our people will wake up to who they are now. We are living in exciting time, in beautiful time. And if only our people could wake up and understand what's going on. But unfortunately, with all the distractions that are, before us, it's sometimes hard for our people to really, take some time and really know what's going on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Read from the top.
Read it out again. This is Zechariah chapter 2, verse 6. Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north.
Of the north.
Saith the Lord, for I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the heaven. Saith the Lord.
Malak, bear with me.
Shall I read it?
Yeah, read it again.
Up Zion, escape.
You wanna read? Read it loud, though. Read
Daughter
it
of
loud.
Babylon.
Can you read it again? Say the Zechariah 2 and 6.
2 and 6. Up, flee from the land of the north, says the Lord. For I have spread you abroad like the fruit of the winds of heaven, says the Lord.
Zechariah 2 and 6.
It says,
17.
up and flee from the... Okay then. Up, flee from the land of the north, says the Lord.
Right?
For I have spread you abroad like the four winds of heaven, says
See
the
that?
Lord.
You see that? So that's what happened, man. We were scattered. We were scattered. So now let's talk about it, right? They say that they're the Jews, right? They say that they're the real Jews, right? Have they been scattered?
No. They live-
Are they suffer like we suffer?
No, they're not.
They're in power right now. They control everything. How can he be a Jew? A Jew is the one who are in captivity and in poverty. Because the same Bible that you read has prophecies. And if me and you sit down and study these prophecies, you will find out that the real Jews are those people that went to slavery, man.
Yep.
And those people that are in Africa suffering and all over the globe, suffering, not knowing who they are, man. The biggest pain that you can go through is not knowing who you are. Look at how people, they don't even know who they are today. How do you know where you're going if you don't know where you came from?
True.
How?
That's leading to death and destruction.
That's leading to death and destruction. But these people, they have they have generational wealth. They control
Ancestral
everything.
wealth, yeah.
Okay, so it's not the same thing. They're not going to talk about, oh, you know, what about what happened in Germany? Compared to our pain, come on, man.
And
Okay.
Hitler didn't know that the blacks were the original Jews.
Oh, yes, of course
Hitler
you know.
said it.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Hitler said.
No, no, Hitler.
Hitler said that blacks were the
Hitler,
original Jews.
Hitler.
Yeah. That's why.
You don't know
Hitler
Hitler?
put the other people in
Oh, Hitler.
concentration
Hitler,
camps.
Hitler.
Yeah, he said the kids aren't the real Jews, isn't it?
Yeah, he said that. No, he didn't say it.
Aren't the real Jews.
Yeah, Arendt. Oh, yeah.
Arendt, yeah.
Arendt, yeah. Yeah, he didn't say that. And he said that America made the biggest mistake of their life. Their destiny is to have taken the Jews of God, of the Hawa. Who is the Jews of the Hawa? Us. The Israelites.
Lost track of
The
Israel.
children of Jacob, man. You can't do that. That's where they fuck up.
We are the Most High's crown.
That's where they messed up. And they're about to pay what it did. And I don't care if you don't like it, the truth hurts, man. One thing about the truth, you hurt. The reason why they're trying to destroy Kanye, they're destroying him because he spoke the truth. That's why they're destroying him. Okay? What do you have? What do you have? Oh, what do you have?
Okay then, so up and escape from. Okay then.
You want to read it?
Chapter
Read
7.
it. One more time.
Up Zion. Okay. Up Zion, escape. You who dwell with the daughters of Babylon. Go on.
Right. See that? The daughter of Babylon, so we escape the daughter, meaning, what verse is that? That's verse 7.
Read it
7.
out, yeah.
Yeah,
Up
read
Zion,
it.
escape.
Read it loud, man. Read it loud with
Okay then. Up Zion, escape. You who dwell with the daughters of Babylon.
You see that? Who dwell
In the
with the daughter of Babylon.
Place
Who
of confusion.
is the daughter of Babylon? These people,
Confused.
these
Bro, you
Edomites.
gotta wake me up today, you know?
Yeah,
You're waking me up real good today.
yeah. These Edomites are the daughter of Babylon, man. We're dwelling with them.
Uncle Babylon's like the Rockies as well, bro.
No, but that's, you gotta understand.
Afghanistan and Iraq.
No, let me explain it. These places was
I heard you,
original,
yeah,
okay?
system.
But they took on the system. Prophecy wise, these is the daughter of Babylon.
Yeah.
So these people are the daughter of Babylon, the Edomites. We dwell with them.
But the most
Don't
I
we
said,
cover them?
but the most I said, don't really mention them.
No. That's now that we know who we are. But how do you know not to mix with them if you don't know who you are?
Of course.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't know.
true.
Unless you get the spirit
Listen,
if you don't know.
Right.
Unless you got the spirit that's telling you something.
Right,
It's not.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
But even then, you don't really catch it like
Yeah,
that.
but you-
Something is wrong with
but
them, but
yeah,
you can't catch
But
it.
the spirit's trying to tell you,
Right.
like, this is
wrong.
Yeah.
So you go like, this guy is weird. When you're around them, something is not clicking.
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
don't know what it is.
But it's the spirit telling you,
The
innit?
spirit is telling you until you come in the truth
Atheist.
and it's clear.
Atheist.
Right, part of it. Atheist. They don't believe in
That's right. They don't know
they sit
spiritual
down,
God.
they demand a
Atheist.
vessel. Everything that's wrong is right with them. They have no limit. They'll eat anything, they'll fuck anything, they live like bastards, they live like animals. These are the people that we live with, man. When you tell truth, they want to fight you. Look what they're doing to the brother, yeah. They want to destroy the brother because he speaks truth. They're against truth, man. Because the truth does not abide in them.
you know what? Like I say, they're in denial, right? I don't know. When I look up at the sky, I think God is looking down on me, right? Like I say, when I leave this world, I know I'm going somewhere more better than this country what I've been living in.
That's good.
That's why they say rest in peace. And then even the Jake, when they come back in reincarnation, they will be better than any other nation.
I do not feel like I'm the spirit, right? But I mean in the carcass, right? When I'm gone, I'm floating. I'm going to my bedtime.
That's why I say rest in peace, because there's peace over there. That's the Shemayim. So where are we now, Malaka?
Exodus chapter.
Yeah, Exodus. Now you understand that there's nothing new under the sun. Understand this. Whatever's going on right now, been going past. You understand what I'm saying? So life is like a cycle. So the same way we were saved in Exodus, the first Exodus, it's the same way we'll be saved
Exodus what?
in the second Exodus.
Do you know
Exodus 17.
what made my mind click? It's when the Queen dead, right? And then you got that little
17
woman
and what?
what come as Prime Minister, and she stayed there for 1 week and she gone,
Right.
and another Asian man
Right.
come as the Prime Minister. I said something's not right.
Right.
Something's not right.
Everything is a sign.
Yeah.
You have to look at sign in life.
Yeah.
This country is finished.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna
This
go.
country is finito.
They all keep saying, oh, it's all about white, 85% white country. It's not gonna be like that.
No, it's done. It's done.
No.
For them to have an Asian guy as a prime minister, yeah, I don't care what they say. Because when we in Israel, there ain't gonna be no Hamites as prime minister. There ain't gonna be no Elamite as prime minister. That's just an example that I'm saying. That's how I know that when you live in the Bogar setting, that's how you know you're living in the Bogar setting.
You know, listen,
soon it's
listen,
over.
what's up? All I say to myself, right, we can't dominate a country for so many years. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry to say, I'm glad the Queen gone. She dominated the country.
The Most High judge her, man, and when she died, her death represent the falling of the Roman kingdom.
Yeah. She's got to go.
Her death represent the
She
falling
got
of
to
the
go.
Roman kingdom.
Done.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you have an Asian today as prime minister.
I
Good
don't
for
know.
them.
Do you know what kind of hurts
But
me?
like, yeah, go on,
So,
go on. No, no, go on.
you know what hurts me? Why us black people are being divided as the second class race? Why?
Hello?
Why is the white people being looked upon as the first race, what was more superior to us, and then we are being brought down as a second class? That's why I can't hate. That's why I can't take that one. No?
I explained it. I will
No?
explain it.
Why you do that stuff?
It's not-
Come on! Why are we being belittled like with a second
Well,
class?
no, but we're gonna come on top. We're gonna come on top. We are destined to come on top. We are destined to come on top.
Say it.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Exodus 17, let's start 8. Yeah, you're gonna understand something. These
Exodus.
other like guys. Yeah, Exodus 17. You're there.
17.
Why is the white man is being said that the more superior?
Yeah.
than us? Why is it them?
Sir,
Why is it them? That's what I don't understand. Why? I'm more
Come, mother, come and
more white
Hold on,
man.
hold on, he's
out
gonna read
here.
it.
Why is the white man?
I hate it, but just
Well, like,
remember.
let's read it. Just listen. You see what understand. Go on. I
Why
understand
them?
it.
But you
It's
gotta
okay.
realize, this is not our land. This is their blocks.
Well, right now it's their block.
This
That
is their
land
block.
belongs
This
to
is
us.
our land, bro.
No.
It's like this.
This is our land, but they took over.
No, but I said this is
Are
where
you
they.
glad? This is where-
they're born and bred.
Yes.
This is their.
This is where the empire.
This is their part of the earth. And this is theirs.
No. But,
Originally, this is ours. Africa's ours.
No.
And
But why?
Hold on.
Why did they have the liberty, the brightness, to come take us away?
Yeah.
But if I was in Jamaica, you can't handcuff me and make me do something for you, and come enslave me.
Steven.
Like if everybody's forgiven, it has to be all.
Guys,
Oh,
let's
man,
focus on the
I'm
word.
focused.
Steven.
I understand your
No,
frustration.
no.
Viola.
Can I say something?
Steven.
Can I say
Let
something?
him do this
But
work.
like, let me
I want to
let me
talk
Let
work.
him do his
You
work.
see what our Jamaicans done can't accept about Africans because they can't accept Africans. Why did you allow the white people to enslave you? Jamaicans won't do it.
Jamaican and the African. The West African and the Jamaican. They came from West Africa. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go deep into
But I'm sorry, sir.
obviously there's a difference.
I'm sorry,
because
sir.
You got the original African and you got the
Yeah,
Israelite.
but I'm not gonna force a
Like
white man to come enslave me to
Extended
do something, sir.
But like we're gonna read now the book.
Let's go. This is
I understand the
Exodus.
frustration though. Is
I
legitimate.
can't understand it.
Legitimate,
Why?
but we got to
Why
listen.
is my colour made inferior to the white people to take the fucking
Stephen, let him do the work, bro. Listen. Let's listen. Don't worry. We have the debate after.
This is Exodus chapter 17, verse 8. Then came Amalek and fought with Israel.
You see that? Read that slow, man. And then let me follow it too, because like at some point these two guys are having to follow it.
Read on it, yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, let me follow it. And before we go, let me check something.
Why is white people made to dominate the world? I want to know that one.
Maybe it's just designed like that.
I don't know. You ain't designed.
Stephen, so what? Listen, if you know this information, yeah, why are you drinking and smoking with them?
That's what I'm gonna say.
Why are you taking? Why are you hanging around?
You know what I
with
mean?
these
If you
people
want
that-
to do
and they're
better,
taking
just stop
drugs
the
and
ways.
whatever?
That's
Why are you
them.
hanging
That's
with
what they
them?
do. Do you know what I'm saying? That's you're talking about why they're
I
ruling.
drink.
They do it. They do it. This is how they get you.
I don't hang
over
with
them.
much black people.
Listen.
No, I
bro.
never said that.
Listen, he's making a good point.
Go,
This
go.
is
I wanna
how.
talk to you.
This is how they rule over you. These people are carnal beings. All they do is smoke and drink. We're not supposed to be smoking and drinking.
You
But
fuck
when you
with people
hold on,
then.
I'm listening. When you drink, it alters your mind. Okay, so you know yourself anymore. That's what they're doing because they're carnal beings. They're not spiritual. You're spiritual. So in order for you to win, you have to become spiritual. And that's what we're teaching right now. In order for you to read, because your mind, your design, your spirit is that of a spiritual one. But right now, you're moving like them. They're the one that's standing in corners and drink and smoke because they have nothing to do, nothing to say,
Sure.
because they have no great destiny. Everything is set. They want you to be destroyed. You are the next in line. So right now, you have to put yourself in that mindset of the spiritual one. Do you know what I'm saying?
Can I say something to you, sir? Right? Can I be honest with you, sir? Right? I'll be honest with you, right? It's about manipulation.
Yeah, but you can stop being manipulated if you know the truth. That's what I'm teaching. You have to listen. Look, you have one mouth, two ears. Listen more. You will get the information. How do you change? People that are rich because they have information, they have a format that they apply to be rich. In order for you to become the man that you're supposed to be as an Israelite, you gotta listen to take information. You have to learn to take information in and apply it. Otherwise, we're gonna be talking just to be talking. You see what I'm saying? Get the information, apply it, and you will see. Carry on, let's go.
That was sweet. That was good.
Exodus 17,
Yeah, verse
start at 6, start at 8.
It's Exodus chapter 17,
Yeah?
verse 8. Then came Amalek
Yeah?
and fought with Israel
Uh-huh.
and Rephidim.
You see that? So the Amalekites, who are those who claim to be the Jews, and we're gonna prove it, okay? These one always fought us. They were always jealous of us because Amalek is the first grandson of Esau. To whom there's a precept that shows that he was the one to whom was given the headship. He is the head of Esau in this day. Who are the head of the Edomite? The Jewish people, so-called Jews. They're the one that are ruling everything. These ones were always hating us. So it's nothing new. Read it, carry on.
Verse 9. And Moses said unto Joshua,
Right.
choose us out men
Right? Carry on.
and go out,
Uh-huh.
fight with Amalek.
You see that? Fight. So we always used to fight. And that's the time when we come out of our captivity, of the Egyptian captivity, and we go into the promised land. And these guys trying to stop us from getting to the captivity. From getting to the promised land. Just like today, they want to stop us from getting to our blessing. They took our identity. The first ship of slavery, which is known as the ship Jesus, okay, or good Jesus or something like that. that was financed by who? By those same people, by Amalek. They organized our captivity. They organized our
funded the
downfall,
slave
man.
trade.
They funded the slave trade, man. Fast forward today, they're doing the same thing. Of course. They can be up to something, but we're going to take that word, man. Because they're not bigger than the Most High.
I don't know.
All right? The Spirit of the Most High that is put on us is bigger than all of these people, man. Okay? So they can't do nothing to us unless the Most High want them to touch us. They can't touch us. So they can do whatever they want. We don't care. The
Well,
truth is the
they
truth.
do assassinate.
Okay? Yeah, they do assassinate, but let me tell you something. Some of the men of the Lord, like you see teaching, will have spiritual power, and they won't be able to assassinate them. They will fear the men of the Lord in that day. And that day is coming. We can't be feared. One thing about them is like, they're scared of those who are not afraid anymore.
Yes.
And we are not, we are fearless because we believe in this. This is powerful, man. There's spirit in this. So we ain't gonna be scared of the carnal man. The Most High gave him the sword and the weaponry that he has. The same Most High that gave him the weaponry gave us this, will give us the spiritual power to fight against us, against them. How about that? And that's the reality, man. So let's read it.
Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill
Yeah, see that? So, yeah, go on, go on.
with the rod of God, Yahweh, in mine hand.
You see that? And that's a very powerful key. It goes to show that even though the Israelites were fighting Amalek, and Moses was doing a ritual, a spiritual ritual that allowed us to win the war against Amalek. You know what it means? It means that in order for us to be victorious in these days, we're going to have to become spiritual. And to become spiritual is to follow the law and commandments of the Most High. That's the only way we're going.
Right, who's your most high though?
Yahweh, the God of Israel. And his son name is
You're
Yahweh.
Muslim?
No, we're not Muslim. We are Israelites. Okay? We are Israelites. That's who we are. Not Christian. We're not Muslim.
So do you
Buddhist.
respect Christian people though?
Huh?
Do you respect Christians?
I am the real Christian. What is a Christian? A Christian is the follower of Yahweh Shai. Or they say Christ. We
Yeah,
are
but-
the followers of Yahweh
But can I
Shai,
say
the
something
real
to you,
one.
sir? But Christians don't do destructions like Muslim people.
Yes, they do.
No,
say
no,
that.
no,
Yes, they do.
no.
Yes, they do.
Can I
Yes,
say
they
something,
do.
sir?
Yes, they do.
Right, let me say something to you, sir.
They destroy the mind of our grandma and our grandfathers.
Sir, listen,
You know what I mean?
Muslims
Am I wrong?
cut
Yeah,
off
but
a
that's why I
man's
say we
head.
have to be focused on that. I
Right,
would say,
Muslims
look,
do
let's
things
be-
like
you know what I'm saying?
in destruction
So the
because they don't
brother
like
too,
England
so he's not in
people.
his right mind.
Come on, they cut
You know what I mean?
they cut
No, but
some man's
I'm
head off
someone that
in
I'm
Woolwich.
doing.
Remember? They cut.
Malak, we're doing the work.
Sir?
We're doing the work.
Cool.
Go in.
Alright, this is Exodus chapter 17, verse 10.
Right.
So Joshua did as Moses had said to him, and fought with Amalek,
Yeah,
and Moses, Aaron, and Hur
yeah.
went up to the top of the hill.
See that?
Hill.
So they had to go and really rely on Yahweh to be able, okay, to fight these
And
demons,
so it
man.
was when Moses held up his hand that Israel prevailed.
Right. So read it. Just follow it.
And
Read
when
it. Let him read it. Let him read it.
Verse 11. And it came to pass,
Right.
when Moses held up his hand, that Israel prevailed.
You see that? We prevail. Why? Because our aim were up to Yahweh. This is how you have to be spiritual. You gotta look up. You gotta be a spiritual man. You gotta believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We gotta believe in him, man. Okay? Gotta believe in him. You know? That's powerful. Go to Judges 6:1. Go to Judges 6:1. We're gonna read it. I want him to follow it. It's very important.
Over verse 12.
No, leave it. Because already the point was
Judges
made.
6 and
You want to
1.
read it? You want to read it? If you're going to read it, be loud. Yeah? Then read it. Judges 6:1.
It says
Hold on.
here,
Let me do it first. Read it loud. Read it loud, man.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Then the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord. So the Lord delivered them into the hand of the
Let me get it quickly. The median. Let me get it.
Median.
Let me get that one because that one is interesting.
Bro,
for
see
7
what-
years.
Bro, you see what I said about the Bible? It's about us, bro.
Exactly.
I love
Yeah,
this
but
shit.
what,
He just ordered this for
what
us,
what
bro.
Bible are you reading though? What Bible?
King James.
King
King
James,
James.
man.
King James.
And he was the Black King of
Yeah,
England.
yeah, but that's a Christian Bible.
No, the King James was a black man. He was the last king, the last black man of Europe. He ruled over
Ireland,
England,
Scotland.
Ireland and Scotland.
Scotland.
But that's the history that they don't tell us. Yes. Okay, the Dark Ages were ruled. We used to rule. They only came in power
Black-
in Europe in the Renaissance, which is like the 1300s.
Black people ruled Europe, brown skin people ruled Europe for 1,000
For
years.
for 1,000 years. They don't tell us about that.
Oh, yeah.
Come
Good shit.
on,
The
man.
biggest race traitors were the Moors.
Grace.
Come on, read it.
Oh, want me to read it? This is Judges, chapter 6,
I'm following you.
verse 1.
Yeah.
And the children of Israel did evil in the
Yeah.
sight of the Lord.
See that? The children of Israel. So earlier we were talking about why are we in this situation? Look at us, look at how we should remember. What did he say? We say that no, we did something against the Most High. That's why we are in this situation. The reason why these people are able to steal our identity because we did something that the Most High didn't like. So we pissed him off.
No, it's not funny.
No, it's true. We pissed him off, so he allowed them to take over us. Simple.
I hear what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying.
He's turning your back on you.
That's it. Read it.
But he hasn't forsaken us.
No. Read
That's
it.
love.
Read it. Read it. That's love.
But still his crown jewels of his eyes.
Exactly.
And the Lord delivered them into the hand of Midian.
Right. So every time we go off, he will deliver us to other nation. The
So-
people that he delivered, delivered us, the people that he delivered us into their hand were who? The Roman.
Right. Can I say something?
All right.
Sir? I want to say something, sir. Right. I was told by Christian people, if you disrespect God, God will take you back on you.
Yes.
Because He gave you respect, He gave you life. But if you love a woman more than Him, He will turn your back on you.
No, he won't forsake you, but obviously,
Or he would take the woman away, but there's a case
Yeah, that's
of
right.
Ezekiel. Ezekiel, the man of the Lord, the powerful prophet, he had a woman that he started to love too much. The Most High killed the woman. So he does that. Yes, that's true.
verse 2.
Yeah.
Verse 2. And the hand of, sorry,
The hand of Midian.
7 years. Verse 2. And the hand of Midian prevailed against Israel. And because of the Midianites, the children of Israel made them the dens which are in mountains and caves and strongholds.
Carry on.
Verse 3.
So it was.
And so it was when Israel had saw that the Midianites came up, and the Amalekites and the children of the east.
See that? The Amalekite as well. You see, they're always being, man, against us, man.
Who are the Amalekites though?
The fake Jews. The people who rule the earth. The people that, when you see Israel, the people who live in Israel, people that call themselves Israelis. This is the biblical name. Your biblical name is Israelite. Their biblical name is Amalekite. The biblical name of the Edomite, of the Caucasian, the European, is the Edomite. Now, Amalek was a grandson of Esau, which is an Edomite. You see what I'm saying? This is what's going on. We're talking about biblically and historical facts. Okay? Carry on, man. So you see the Amalekite. I'm just reading that to let you know that the Amalekite always been against us, man. So it's foolish for a so-called black man, a so-called Hispanic, to try to go against Kanye West. Yes, he said some foolish thing and whatever, but you gotta understand what's going on. But the reason why they're going against Ye is because them themselves, the money that they get come from the Amalekites. come from that power. They get their back from that power. That's why they go against us, for example. And it's the same way they're against you, that's how our family members will be against us at some point. Because we will be a threat to them. We will be a threat to their daily breads. Do you understand that? So prepare yourself mentally, man.
Mess with the hustle.
Yes, messing with the hustle and that. You know what I mean? So yeah, read
Yeah. Even they
read
came
verse
up
3,
against them.
Yeah?
Verse 4.
Who? Took a picture, yeah? Yeah, these are you took a picture of us, yeah? Right.
Which one?
The guy is an agent here, you know.
Oh, sorry.
This is why, do you understand what's going on? They know exactly what, they know who you are, they know everything. But Malak, don't be scared, man. Don't be scared, man. You understand that? Do not be afraid, man. Don't let fear overtake you. The
You
Most
too,
High
bro.
guide you, man. Yeah, I like to see you speak to me. I said, but I need someone to tell me that.
Yeah.
I'm the one telling you that.
Yeah,
I just want to tell me that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right. So yeah, read the first verse again. We're gonna move on.
It's Judges chapter 6, verse 3. And so it was when Israel had sown that the Midianites came up, and the Amalekites,
Amalek, yeah?
And the people of the east of the world
and the children of the east,
So all these people around us
came up against
us.
them.
even they came up against them.
So all these people are against us. If you go to these high places, to work in certain places, you will see that they're against us, man. They're fear as we a threat. They don't want us to make it. They don't want us to grow. But they know even right now they're talking about us and they're having dinner and they're having whatever they are.
Then they
talking
would
about us.
escape against them and destroy the produce of the earth. As for the gate,
I'll come back here.
Gaza,
I'll come back here.
and
Make sure, man,
no,
make sure.
no stone. Is this
To see you.
The substance,
substance, sorry, for Israel?
sustenance for Israel.
Substance.
For Israel.
Sustenance. All right, that's it. That's it. We have to read the point that I'm saying. Yeah. So now let's go to 1 Samuel 30 and 1.
30.
Yeah, 30. 1 Samuel 30 or 1.
3-0.
Yeah, 30. Let's start at 1. Let the brother get there first. Let me get there as well. You know, very soon, Mitch will be reading as well, but I just want to get into his reading because he has to read. He has to start reading. First Samuel, man.
First Samuel 1.
No, I say First Samuel 30.
Alright.
First Samuel. And then the second. It's okay, man.
I ain't got that.
You're gonna have to do the emotion yeah. We can follow you.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, man, I'm
This is 1 Samuel chapter 30, verse 1. And it came to pass when David and his men were come into Ziklag
yeah.
on the third day that the Amalekites had invaded the south. The Ziklag, and Ziklag and smitten Ziklag and burnt it with fire.
You see that? So Ziklag is the place they choose in that. The Amalekite went there and burned it. Let me tell you what they used to do when they used to go against the Jacob in West Africa. They would burn them because it was called Haziel. They would go and burn the whole place along with them Hamites and them corrupt Israelites. You had corrupt Israelites as well, man. What do you give a fuck? They'll do anything for money, just like today. Now we had like Israelites, like West Africa, West Amalekite, always the Hamites.
questions.
Yeah, so the Amalek, they never been, look, this, how many examples have you shown in the Bible of Amalek going against us?
That's Lord of War.
Huh?
The film Lord of War.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, obviously that.
Right.
They saw the scars.
Right. That's right. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Carry on, my life.
You mean it?
Yeah, verse 2.
Okay. Verse 2. And had taken the woman captive.
See that? He took our woman. I went to that today. They're taking our woman captive, man. Good time place you will see there, you know with our woman, man. These motherfuckers. And then how dare you come and see and take a picture. What is the picture you taking a picture from, man? What is it going to change as far as prophecy and destiny? You're not stopping us, man. Carry on.
That were therein.
Right?
They slew not any, either great or small,
Right?
but carried them away and went on their way.
Right.
Verse 3. So David and his men came to the city.
So it's not the first time that they did that bullshit, that the same thing about slave trading, that taking us away. It's not the first time, man. They always tried us, man.
The ops.
Okay, so the ops, man. Amalekite is the ops. They are the up. The Edomite, Amalekite is the head up, man. Alright? We're beefing with them for real. It's no joke, and they know that, but we don't know it. Because we know we lost our mind. They know exactly what they're doing.
Of course. They got the upper hand.
They have the
mindset.
exactly.
Yeah.
They have the mindset, they have the tools.
And they know who we are.
They know who we are, but we don't know who we are. Who they are.
You don't know who they are.
Right.
So it's like you're fighting a ghost, you get me?
You're fighting a ghost, man.
But they're probably laughing, thinking...
The shadow boxing.
Yeah, shadow boxing. There we go.
The shadow boxing. A lot of chicks are shadow boxing. They don't even know their enemy. You gotta know your enemy. In order for you to win a war, you gotta know the enemy. Of course you gotta know the enemy.
Strategic.
You gotta be strategic. And we are being strategic by putting ourselves under the wings of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. Simple. Carry on.
And behold, it was burnt with fire, and their wives and their sons and their daughters were taken captive.
See that? Yeah.
Verse 4. The David and the people that were with him, sorry, lifted up their voice and wept.
See that?
Until they had no more power to
See
weep.
that? Meditation, man. You know, it was painful, man. And that's how we weeping, man. They're taking our women and taking everything, taking our children, man.
Yeah.
Colonize us and everything, man. You get me?
Verse 5. And David's 2 wives were taken captive. Ahinoam and Jezreelites, and Abigail, the wife of Nabal,
See that? These women, you know, carry on.
the Carmelite,
You know what I'm saying? The beautiful women, them. The brown skin, the dark skin. You know what I'm saying? You know them ones. The nice, beautiful women. You know? Yeah, don't worry.
verse 6. And David was greatly distressed, for the people spake of stoning him,
You see that? Go to, jump to the, yeah, come.
because the soul of all the people was grieved, every man for his sons and for his daughters. But David encouraged himself in the Lord,
You see that?
his God.
You see that? He encouraged himself in the Lord his God. So he fought. He did the right thing instead of getting upset. You know, what did he do? He prayed. Now go to jump to verse 10.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 30 verse 10. But David pursued, he and 400 men,
See that?
for 200 abode by him, which were so faint that they could not go over the brook Besor.
Carry on.
Verse 11. And they found an Egyptian in the field and brought him to David and gave him bread, and he did eat, and they made him drink water. Verse 12. And they gave him a piece of cake of figs and 2 clusters of raisins. And when he had eaten, his spirit came again to him.
So now, when you read the whole thing, you understand that, you know, David took over, man. Why? Because he believed in the Most High. Now we're going to read a last precept, you know, which is, to Numbers 24, man. To Numbers 24. This is what's gonna happen right now. There's so many preachers that look at whole armor, I might do maybe a live or another video to just really go into live. They will say go to Numbers 24.
This is Numbers, chapter 24.
Let me get up. Numbers 24.
No, 15, yeah. This is Numbers, chapter 24, verse 15. And he took up his parable and said, Balaam, the son of Beor, have said, and the man whose eyes are open have said, verse 16, he have said, which heard of the words of Yahweh, and knew the knowledge of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open, you see the visions, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a vision, man.
Verse 17,
Yeah.
I shall see him, but not now.
See that?
I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob.
Who's that? Who's that star of Jacob?
Yahushua.
Right, carry on.
And a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab,
You see that? Carry on.
and destroy all the children of Sheth.
You see that? So that's the Moabite and the Israelite. You know, chef is them. Chef actually, what is it?
Sheth.
Yeah, chef. I will look into it, but it's probably them having nation around. Yeah, carry on, Malak, verse 18.
Verse 18. And Edom shall be a possession.
So that's a vision of now, end time. And he said that we're going to take over through Yahushua, and Edom shall be slave. Carry on, that's a Moabite, I believe it was a Moabite, and seer that had a vision to say that, Carry on.
Seir also shall be a possession
You see that?
for his enemies. And Israel shall do valiantly.
Right. Carry on.
Verse 19. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city.
That's Yahushua destroying the Edomite, man. Okay.
Verse
Carry on,
20.
verse 20, last verse, yeah.
And when he looked on Amalek,
And when he looked on Amalek,
he took up his parable
he took up his parable.
and said, Amalek was the first of the nation.
Hold on, who's the first of the nation right now? Amalek. So that's a prophecy that got to this day. Okay.
But his latter end shall be that he perish forever.
Whoa, that's Sharala. Alright, so Amalek gonna perish, man. That's the beginning. So with that, hopefully you were edified. We'll turn to the east. We'll give up praises. Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Wahab, Yahushua. Whoa, that's Sharala. Abad Babal. Abad Amalek. Shalom, Israel. Man.
Shalom.
Yes.